All right. Welcome, everybody. This is your boy Chasm Rift here, esports manager and also team member of Evil Scheme Gaming, aka ESG. We are here today with our latest signee, the man who known as ManaPotz. Welcome to the stream, dude.
Hello, hello. What's up, guys? As you said, I'm ManaPotz, and I'm glad to be here today with you guys.
Yeah, so if you guys didn't see, we had a special edition for this signee. I recorded the actual event of me going into a stream and signing him personally. And somebody was a little bit surprised by that. I just want to know what your thoughts about how it all went down, man.
All right, so basically on Thursdays and Fridays, I stream my ghetto setup, which is basically in my bedroom with a cheap-ass microphone and my cheap-ass keyboard and stuff. So I wasn't expecting Mr. Dude to come over here and tell me, hey, you're unofficially welcome to ESG. I'm like, what the? I'm like, you're coming on my damn ghetto stream and saying this? I'm like, you know what? Come back to my good stream, which was like later on that night. But I was really surprised. I wasn't expecting it because I used to always bother him so much. I'm like, yo, dude, man, look at all the stuff that I do here and there. Don't you want that on your team, man? Don't you want this on your team? Don't you want that on your team? So I used to always bother the heck out of him with it. It was fun. It was all for funsies.
Yeah, and I always told him, nah, we're not looking for someone like him. You know, we're looking for quality is what I always told him. But no, it's best that I came in that way because my philosophy is, if something's not perfect, that means it's even better than perfect. Because if you can accept it's flawed, that means you know there's room for it to improve. And that's kind of what we're looking for the most part. We understand that, like, hey, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So I'm trying to get all the guys I can who I know will be willing to run that marathon. But anyway, what made you actually want to jump onto ESG? Because as people know, you actually learned about ESG before most people did. Most people learned through that announcement I made on my YouTube channel. You've kind of learned because I was bragging about it at work. So what made you want to hop on with the brand?
So basically, when you told me at your job, I wasn't basically signed with anyone at the moment. I did my own thing, you know. I just basically did my streams and my video content. I've always wanted to be in an actual official team that looks like they're actually going to go and strive and do something with their things. I was in other teams as well, but they always fall apart after a month or so because people stop that drive. You know, I had this drive for streaming and content creation for years, and I had my little breaks, but now I just been going nonstop with it. And I want to find a team and an organization that's going to have the same drive as me and the same, you know, mindset that I have right now. And, you know, seeing you and telling me, you know, what you told me, what you want to do, your future ambitions and goals for the team, I'm like, you know what? Why not just bother him a little bit and try to get signed for the team?
Fair enough. But yeah, he went to the extreme with trying to get my attention. You know, this man would be randomly talking to me at work while I'm doing something, while I'm getting ready to start doing what I need to do. This man legit came into the videos of ESG talking about, hey, I got content, I'm this and that. This man even waited for me outside the bathroom just to pitch why he should be on the team. But
I wanted to bother you so much that day. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait for him right here when he comes out. Like, yo, this is what you should.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly at any other job. Let's just say that. But no, I mean, I'm glad that we got you on board. Like I said, I revealed that I always wanted to sign you. Like I said, I want to build a culture, and I want to sign people that I know will be able to keep, like, understand, like, what we're trying to go for and what we're striving for. I don't care if you're the best player or if you're very entertaining. If you can't, you know, follow the mission and be part of something bigger than yourself, then we really don't want you here, you know. And also, I forgot to mention to everybody who's wondering, my brother Eric, ETM like ATM, cannot be here today because he has to deal with fatherly duties. So, yeah, it's just going to be the two of us right now. But we're going to have some fun. Forgot to mention it earlier.
Understand the fatherly duties, man. So
hashtag still single. Hashtag no kids. Let's get it.
No.
But no, so I was about to say, we're gonna. So we kind of know each other, so we kind of know what the vibe is gonna be. Without my brother here to give out the questions that he usually give out, I'm gonna give you a couple of them to start things off to break the ice.
Oh, snap.
If we were to go to like a Wingstop or any like a Buffalo Wild Wings or something, what would be the wing flavor you'll go for? What's your ideal choice?
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a kind of classic guy, so I mean I just go straight barbecue, man. I'm sorry. I know there's
basic.
There's Parmesan garlic, which is really great too, that flavor. But normally wings are that Parmesan garlic flavor, and definitely has to be a bone in. I can do that boneless baby shit.
Fair enough. I don't mind boneless because, you know, sometimes when you're munching and crunching on the wings and the bones are there, it gets a little tedious. So sometimes you just want to flick one in. But
that's why you get chicken nuggets, man. If you want to be the baby, you should get chicken nuggets, bro.
fair enough, fair enough. I mean, they honestly should brand boneless wings as chicken nuggets. But no, if you ask me though, I've been a doubter and I've been avoiding this for a while. But I think I've come to terms that I like lemon pepper a lot.
Lemon pepper's really good too.
It is like it feels so basic to say because like, well, I blame my college, the one I went to in San Antonio. Because the way they used to make the lemon pepper, they'll just put the seasoning in a box, put the chicken in there, and then just shake the box up. So it was kind of uneven with the seasoning. So some wings didn't have that much. Other wings have way too much. When you got the lemon pepper just put on there perfectly, it's really good. Let's see, what else can I ask you? So you said you always had this drive to succeed and get better and do your own content creating thing. What made you want to get into content creating?
To be honest, it was just to make more friends because after high school, all my wrestling friends, they weren't gamers, so they went down their own little path. I was always gaming, so I wanted to make actual close friends that I could actually play these games with. So when I started streaming is when I started making all these cool friends all around the globe, which was freaking insane. I'll make friends over in Germany, over in Denmark, over in Japan. And I used to always start my streams on Nintendo. I was all a Nintendo guy. So I'd play Mario Kart, Smash Bros, and that's where all my whole big community started from there. So I had so many friends to play with, and recently the only reason I started streaming was to have more friends to play video games, basically.
Okay, that's a noble cause. I wish Topher Love was here because I think he would have loved to be part of this discussion. By the way, you guys should definitely link up. I think you guys got pretty interesting personalities. What I was about to say was I respect that. So what made you just want to do Nintendo? Was it just personal reasons, or was that the only thing you had available at the time? Like, what was it?
Basically, my PC was shit. So when I tried to stream any MMORPGs, which is what I'm into right now, which is what I officially wanted to do, I couldn't do it. My computer couldn't handle that shit. So I got my capture card and said, you know what? What's the second best thing that I love to do? Is play fucking Nintendo. Whoops, I don't know if I can swear. You can put a beep in there for me, right? Beep.
Probably not gonna remember that, but.
But yeah, Nintendo. So yeah, I basically started there, and Mario Kart was one of my biggest things ever for stream, having over like sometimes 200 viewers at a time when I was in my prime for streaming Nintendo. And it was really fun, man. Like I said, I met a lot of friends. I got some little Nintendo sponsorships along the way also. But then all good things come to an end sometimes. So I had to stop streaming my whole Nintendo thing for a bit. I became a father, and then I had to, do my priorities first. So I stopped streaming for a bit. But now I'm back, and I rebranded because all my friends were scattered around. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to rebrand. I'm going to redo my community. And now I have a Discord with over almost 500 people, which I started in the summer. So it took me from the summer all the way until now to get this Discord all up and running and have building a brand new community on a brand new genre. So it was all a crazy rebrand for me.
Okay, you're bragging all at you, but no, I get you. So I never really told people what my journey was. I'm probably gonna save the whole story for the future, but I'm kind of the same thing. When I first started making content, I actually, believe it or not, started making Splatoon 1 content when that first came out. I had a capture card, but I had a bad laptop. I was making content for Splatoon 1. And then I started playing Pokemon ROMs and everything. And then eventually I got tired of the poor quality with my Splatoon content because if you don't know, if you got an Elgato, but you have a bad computer, the video's going to be choppy, it's going to have a drop frame rate, things like that. I didn't want that to happen. So I asked this one dude who I knew at the time in high school to help me out with what I need to get for a setup right. And this dude took 2 days to even respond to me, tell me what I needed. And basically he told me oh, these are the specs you need for a computer. And I basically had to go a whole journey of learning everything about a computer at the age of 15 or 16. I mean, I know people who've done it younger before it, but at 16, didn't know much about computers, had to learn everything about it. And then sure enough, I think later that year, I ended up building my first rig. And then from there on, I just kind of kept going with it. Started streaming, besides just Pokemon, other Nintendo games. Then I started streaming games off my Xbox. Now I'm starting to do a little bit of PC gaming here or there. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of where it took off for me as well. So I kind of had to rebrand myself. But since you mentioned the rebranding, I might as well go into this. I did have this question to ask you. I've noticed you streamed on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and I'll be sure to link all the stuff that you needed to have linked down below. Which is your favorite platform to stream on? Everyone, this is a judge-free zone, and why?
All right, so I've streamed on all these platforms for a long time, so I'm gonna just break it down for you. Facebook, it's easier to get interactions if everybody has a Facebook. Your grandma has a Facebook, your granddad has a Facebook. You know, they're gonna see these things pop up sometimes. If your grandpa goes on their Facebook, they're gonna see your stream pop up because you shared your stream. So you're gonna have way more interaction. People share that stream, share other streams, gonna be open up to other people. So Facebook is just way easy. It's easier to grow, easier to get viewers, and easier to migrate those viewers to YouTube or to Twitch. The Facebooks, they're monetary kind of stuff. They mute your videos like crazy. It's insane. So you gotta be careful with that. YouTube, it's easy. Easy for me at least. You get people from all over the globe watching you on YouTube. I think YouTube right now at the moment is making its way towards Twitch. They're adding a lot of new stuff and a lot of new great things that I see for streaming and for video content too. The cool thing about YouTube is you can mix both together. You can have your videos that you make, and then bam, you can do a stream too, which is just, it's the best two things in the world. You combine that together, boom. And Twitch is just all around good, man. I've grown a lot on Twitch, and the cool thing is that with Twitch, people that don't have a YouTube, they normally are on Twitch watching Twitch, and same vice versa. So I can get those people to make a YouTube, get those people to make a Twitch, and they go to both places. They go to YouTube for my videos, go to Twitch for my streams. And overall, if you're gonna start streaming, I would recommend to start on Facebook first, grow that quick community there, and then go ahead and have your other social media is ready to go. Because once you build that community on there and you start migrating little by little, don't do a quick migrate, do a little by little, and then bam, you'll see that success go really well.
I hope whoever's listening to this and actually took notes, because I'm kind of lost with that. But in a real note, when I used to work down in San Antonio, I actually had a coworker who just started to stream at the time, and I might put him on with ESG. Who knows? He did show interest, and that coworker, he grew crazy fast because of going on to Facebook, like you said, because it is easier to get a lot of exposure, because Facebook isn't an established platform compared to YouTube and Twitch per se. But of course he tried to go on to Twitch, and I guess he got a little impatient because he didn't let that Facebook audience migrate completely over to Twitch, because I think he wanted to do Twitch because he personally liked the layout a little bit better and how things were ran. But he went ultimately back to Facebook gaming. Personally, my thing is, like I said, I wish Tofar Love was here, because these would be great conversations to have with him. Personally, so I started on YouTube, of course, then I started doing my own thing with Twitch. For someone like me who's been doing it for years and still is a very small content creator, I prefer Twitch over YouTube, because YouTube, you gotta deal with all these algorithms, and that's the thing about it. Like, the algorithm, in essence, isn't a bad concept, because it's a great way to filter out what's the good content, what's the bad content. The issue is, in my opinion, and I'm unfortunate for this to happen, is that it is highly based on your following. So for myself, I have people who will watch my videos and whatnot, but while they're watching it, some of them may not watch it fully. Some people may not leave a like. Some people may not leave a comment. And whenever all that happens, it goes against me negatively in the algorithm. So for people who don't understand, the way recommended works is, it's based on watch time minutes right now. In the past, it'd be based on likes. In the past, it'd be based on your comments, your like to like this ratio, like to dislike ratio, things like that. The algorithm always changes, and whenever your content isn't showing full engagement, you're less likely to be in the recommended feed. But for someone like you to be growing the way you are, apparently you're doing well when it comes to the YouTube gods and their decision making.
Yeah, it's been insane, man. It's like I said, I started and this was my plan. If someone steals my plan, I will come and find you. I started off with old MMORPGs that did not have any videos made, did not have no guides, no nothing. I went out there, I found a mentor that knew a lot about those videos, like the game, and we basically helped out each other. They wanted to help out the new community. I wanted to get engaged into this old school community, so we both helped each other. They helped me make videos, I made thumbnails, and that's how we got that content out there for, if you want to know the MMO, Lord of the Rings Online. And that's when my YouTube started to just go whoosh, and then I started to branch into different old school MMOs, and then it's just growing from there, which is insane.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you kind of mentioned that, because remember I told you I made Splatoon 1 content?
Yeah.
Well, when Splatoon 2 came out, I didn't have a Switch. So for about a year, I want to say about 2 years of the Switch being out, I didn't have one. And at that time, Splatoon 2 came out. And because Splatoon 2 came out, you started to see a lot of popularity for the game, because if you look at the sales of that versus the first one, the sales are, there's a big gap between the two. And it's primarily because more people on the Switch than a Wii U. Where I'm going with this is, I streamed Splatoon 2, I streamed other games, and the way things work is with the community portion of it. There are certain communities where anyone can hop in and they have an opportunity to just thrive. And then there are other communities where it's a small pond full of big fish. So what you did was you hopped into a pond that was relatively big but empty, as you said. I noticed that like if a new game comes out, everybody has a relatively even playing field for the most part, in quotations, because someone who just started out that day or 3 months into streaming streams a new game that doesn't have a real community, they could very easily pop off eventually. They could easily pop off. There's a chance for that. Yeah. But somebody who already has a big following starts streaming that game, they may end up soaking up all the viewers because, hey, you know, when it comes to the recommended feed on Twitch or YouTube or whatever, they're going to show up more so than the smaller person. And then also, if you haven't noticed, a lot of viewers, they like to hop over to streams with bigger channels. I mean, bigger sizes, because they can't talk to the streamer. They can at least interact with chat. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah. They're all talking in their chat. It's not even, it has nothing to do with the game. It's just something else, like their own little chat thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes to be live. Like, I've been in chat rooms where we'll be talking about random stuff. I remember one dude, we bonded in chat over, I forget what it was specifically, but he invited me to go out. If I ever am in Pittsburgh, he invited me to go get a drink one day because we were bonding that much in the chat. Twitch chat be wild.
It does. It's really great.
I think the funniest part is when everybody can band together and join in on a joke. Like, there was one stream I was watching and I accidentally got banned because of the terrible bot that was in that stream. Like, I got banned because I sent a link and they told me I could send the link. Got banned, and me and the moderators in that chat just started joking about, like, hey man, this is a conspiracy to get Chasm banned. And it'd be fun like that.
No, definitely agree.
So, I don't know if you could share this per se, but like, is there any like future plans you have in terms of your content, or are you just playing it by ear right now?
I sometimes like to plan stuff, but sometimes I just go by ear. There will be more King DDD Smash shit going down. I'm just letting you guys know that. I got a montage in the works right now. I'm like this close to Elite Smash with him right now. He's been really fun to play with. I just have problems with like Fox and stuff like that. This is so speed characters against my damn slow ass. It's crazy. But no, we're gonna have some Smash Bros. My friend got me Tekken, so I'm gonna be playing Tekken now. So I'll be jumping on that little thing there, seeing what I can do. I knew you'd be happy about that. I used to play Dragon Ball Xenoverse on the PS4 when that game first came out. I was the #1 Namekian on that game for such a long time, and I was just really good at that game. So if I want to plan to get back into a competitive games and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to just bring out what I used to have back in Xenoverse, which was a lot of training, a lot of days in the lab, and all that good stuff. So
yeah,
it'd be kind of crazy, man. So if I could do that again, I'd be really happy. Those years were such fun. Those competitive years. I used to be going on rank, and people know what my name is, and then they try to beat the heck out of me, or they just let me beat them because they don't want to go against me because they're like, "No, screw this." It was really fun, man. So if I get back to those type of things, then I'd be really happy.
I'll definitely show you the ropes when it comes to tech. I'm sure Tofar Love will as well. Wait, which platform are you, by the way?
My friend bought it for me on PC, so I don't know.
Perfect. We can play on that. I got it on PC, Xbox, and PS4. Don't ask why. I gifted that game to a couple friends too. Don't ask why. A friend gifted it to me on PC. Funny enough. So all I was about to say was I can definitely show you the ropes, teach you what you need to know, the basics. Even though I'm still learning myself. I think it's a fun game. Like, the reason I love Tekken so much is it's just a great community. So I started playing Fighters. So it's the first like competitive fighting game I got into. I was really hitting the lab. Like, I was actually getting people to respect me, send me friend requests after matches and things like that. I even went to Evo. You know about that. Yeah. I enjoyed Fighters, but it waned for me when all my friends stopped playing. In other words, I didn't have people to train with or to just dick around from time to time. Because sometimes you just don't want to hop into rank and play with a rank online. Sometimes you just want to play and chill.
Exactly.
So when that happened, it was just whatever. Tekken, on the other hand, that game started to pop off for me a year prior to me getting competitive in Fighters. Just that with Tekken, I saw a lot of things happen. He had Little Majin. He's an American player. He made 3rd place at Evo, and everybody in the arena was going crazy for him, chanting USA and all that. When I started going to locals and all these other events, I started seeing all the love, all the hype for Tekken. So it was basically like a party. Like, every event I went to, the Tekken section, they were all hyped. They were yelling, they were screaming, they were chanting. I can't say that for every other game. Some games, sure, there may be a hype set. Tekken, that was guaranteed. So when my friends and my siblings all started playing, that's what happened. Every time I play with people, it gets hype. So that's why I love that game, and I think you will too.
Yeah, I gotta dust out my old damn fight stick now, man.
Hey man, hey, yes, 2 days ago I actually got some art done for this. Getting a new bat top. This one's for my other stick. I prefer to have a separate bat top for everything. I'm gonna have some custom art on this. So yeah, I had to wait till I got the ESG done. You know, I had to wait till we got it announced so I could get the art going for it. But what I was about to say, I'm glad that you feel that way. So right now, I don't have you specifically listed for anything. We have listed as we have competitive players, we have just streamers, and then we have developmental, which is a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
In your honest opinion, do you see yourself as just a streamer, or do you see yourself as a competitive player, or you see yourself as both?
I would say both, but like I told you before, I'm training, so I'm gonna have to take my time before I decide to dive deep into that crazy water that is the competitive scene. So
okay,
I'm definitely could do the streaming, could do the content creation. That's easy. But going back into this thing, I have to get my mind focused once again and just get ready for it. Because I've been playing MMORPGs for such a long time, so I've lost that kind of focus, that kind of reactive time stuff. Because MMOs are easy, you just stand there, do your shit. You gotta be, know what you gotta do, the fight, the boss mechanic stuff. But for fighting, it could change in a multitude of a second. Something different could happen, crazy. You have to adapt to it real quickly. So I'm gonna have to do my training, get my reflexes back, and all that stuff.
Well, don't worry. Hopefully, when this whole coronavirus thing calms down, and I'm able to actually go on a business trip to start recruiting people, we'll get you some connections, if not signees, to train with them, whatnot. Personally, like I said, my heart is set on Pokemon. I'm training Tekken just so I can say, like, hey, I'm good at Tekken. I'm not training so I could potentially win Combo Breaker or CEO. Just training just so I can say, hey, I'm good at a game that I like. Pokemon, on the other hand, I do plan on going to Worlds. I do plan on trying to be the best at that as I can. And, yeah, that's just me personally. So, what about you? Are you just going to stick to Smash, or is there any other games you're trying to dip your toe into?
Smash. There's Smash Bros. I'm dipping into. The first time I'm gonna say it here, everybody's gonna be like, "What the hell?" I'm going back into For Honor. I was really good on For Honor back then, so I'm gonna go dive back into For Honor. It's a crazy game, man. I'm telling you, it's a crazy game with a great community also. Depending on what community you join, but no, great community. I'm diving back into For Honor. I'm playing Smash Bros. And obviously Tekken, and then my friend is getting me back into Street Fighter, which I said, hell yeah, Balrog, let's go. I am down. I'm ready. That I can't wait to play. That I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be streaming my Street Fighter. When I get Tekken, when I get my Tekken installed and my fix up my fight stick, I'm going to go over there and try that. There's a lot of fighters that I'm getting into right now. Just because I got into the competitive scene with you guys now, the ESG, I'm just like, you know what? Let me dive back into this thing I used to do back when I was like in high school or like my mid 20s, and I was like, let's just go ahead and do this. Let's dive back into it and let's see how it goes.
Hell yeah, old man. But
26 years old, 26, not that old yet. 26.
22. But no, what I was about to say was, dang, I really am really young in the group. So no, what I was about to say was, if I have any advice to give you, I would say take everything one game at a time. Yeah. As well as take everything one step at a time. I think it's very easy for people to want to do everything, but then they get overwhelmed with trying to do everything. Like, I know people who I tried to train in fighting games, like, I want to teach them the basics, like, hey, this is a simple combo you can learn. Hey, this is something you should do to improve your defense. Hey, you gotta learn how to do this mechanic. And instead of learning things piece by piece, kind of like how I did when I got better at these things, they want to learn everything at once. Like, after you did that combo once or twice, they're like, okay, I mastered it. I'm like, you mastered it against a standing opponent in training mode. Imagine doing this when there's someone who's trying to beat your ass to win or make it to the next round of a tournament. Like, you gotta take baby steps. And of course, you're 26 years old. You got a kid and everything. You already understand that, like, hey, things are gonna happen over time.
Oh,
so
yeah, definitely.
I mean, obviously, gaming and having a kid are two different things, but you get where I'm going with that.
I get this is why it's perfect to have your handheld device. I get my training with Smash when I'm in the room and my son's watching his cartoons. So I get my training right there.
Meanwhile, while you're doing that, I'm over here watching Tekken videos at work. I actually did that at work today. I was watching some Tekken, and it was funny. I like watching. I think that's weird. I think so. Certain games, I have no problem watching them competitively be played. Have you ever noticed that, like, certain games it's easy to watch, and then you want to play the other games, not so much?
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, there's some games that are just way better to watch someone that's skilled at, and you see what they can, do.
Mm-hmm. Like, no offense to people who like Fortnite, but I can't watch competitive Fortnite. Like,
Nah.
like I understand like how the game's played. Like you gotta do all this crazy building, you gotta do everything you can to win.
Yeah.
But from a viewer perspective, it's not that fun to watch people go into a build battle for 10 minutes straight, only for the storm to kill everybody in a heal off. Like personally, that's not for me. If you like it, cool. If not, hey. But I'm trying to say, I don't know. Like I feel like it's kind of hard for me to try to do this conversation with you because we talked about this type of stuff before in the past.
Yeah, we did.
Is there any questions you have personally about all of this?
Oh no, I think I've asked you what I wanted to. I read over everything, and I think I'm more inclined on. I want to do like some collab stuff with other people once they're able to, like for video content wise and stuff like that. Like I want to start doing analysis videos on Smash Bros. For anyone that knows Smash Bros. Wants to start doing analysis videos. That's what I'm gonna be doing. My first one's gonna be on King DDD, obviously. I'm gonna start doing like breakdowns of combos and stuff like that. That's how Smash is gonna play into my content creation or into my streaming. Is I'm going to get really good with one character. Now I'm going to move on to the next one that I'm semi-good with and just get good and teach people how to, combos break by break so they know what to do, what to expect, and how to use that character against other different types of fighters, basically, in that game.
Okay, I respect that. I was about to say, no, I'm just watching over the clip. So I got the Legion of Zoom with the video playing right now, and I just played somebody who. So I was beating ass in this clip. I'm not even gonna front. I was beating ass, and this is my first online session of Xbox and my character Eddie Gordo. He's a better Eddie than you are. And oh yeah, and so this one guy beat me, right? And then we played a rematch, and I beat him, and then he left immediately. That just happened in the clip right now in real time. So it be like that. It was funny.
I love that type of stuff though, man. I love it because it's just like, yo, you don't want to get better, okay? Go.
Yeah, that's why I agree. Like, I hate that people don't want to get better. They want to cheese the ranking. They want to cheese their progress. When it's pointless if you're a certain rank, but you're not the skill of that rank, But
Exactly.
I was about to say though, I'm glad that you want to do some collabs and everything. I'm definitely trying to put other people on. I'm trying to, figure out who I want to pick off of my recruiting board. Like I say, I got a whole scouting report on people besides you. I'm looking forward to trying to get other people on here. Hopefully though, when we get more people introduced into ESG, we'll be able to have sit-down videos. Instead of just the Legion of Zoom, maybe have a sit-down where we're all discussing anime. Maybe we're sitting down, we're discussing the latest movie that just came out. Maybe I don't know, we'll all read a certain manga and we just talk about the latest chapters, things like that. I think that'd be cool to show. Because, like, Legion of Zoom is meant for our fans and our prospective fans to get a good idea of who we are and all these other people. For example, I had one homie. Remember when I told you to send me a picture on your stream and I said that, hey, people want to see that beard of yours?
Yeah.
I had one homie who DM'd me on Discord and he said, like, yeah, ManaPotz has a good beard. And I told him,
What the?
yeah, I told him that's funny because I remember I told you that people want to see that beard.
Yeah.
But that's the thing right there. Like, we're all gonna be bringing in our own like audiences per se, and we're gonna be bringing in new people as we go along. And I just want people who are gonna watch ESG and support us, whether it be for you, me, or the entire brand, to understand like, hey, this person's here and he's cool. Let me check him out when he competes at an event or when he streams. Like that's kind of what it's all about. Also, so that we can make fun of my brothers whenever he's on the stream.
Also, I wanted to say something. If you guys don't know, Mario Kart has their own esports shits. I'm just letting you guys know that right now. I was in the team. I won multiple stuff like that. Mario Kart is a competitive game. If you guys can get your, I'm gonna have to show you videos. I know a lot of people tell me Mario Kart is not a competitive game. It's all RNG. But when you have your team, you have to coordinate who's gonna be in the back to get those items. Who's gonna be in the front running? Like, yo, I'm in the back. I'm gonna get this item. Boom, 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 boom. It's a lot of communication. It goes crazy. I'm telling you guys right now. You guys should definitely don't knock off Mario Kart. I mean, yeah, Smash definitely up there. But Mario Kart's definitely there too with some.
I'm glad you said that. I have a quote that I made myself. So this quote I made was, everyone want to be inclusive for esports, but exclusive when it comes to communities. In other words, that means we want to say like, hey, we want to have diversity, we want to have this and that. But when it comes to considering what's an esport, all of a sudden there's criteria. There's this, that, and the other. And I meant to say this in the first episode and also the second one when my brother was here. So I'll say it right now while I remember it. Fuck it. I'm looking to break that barrier. I said, like, I want us to be at Revolution. I want us to start making some changes in the esports world. I want to break a barrier, and I want to reach out and try to sign somebody in the TCG space. You know, there are guys who play Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon TCG, Magic the Gathering. I want to break into that space. And before people say like, hey, that's not esports, there's Magic Online. Like, you can play that game online as a video game. There's Pokemon TCG Online. Yu-Gi-Oh has their own games. Duel Links, they have, which is also competitive, by the way. They have Link Evolution, things like that. I want to reach into that space because, to my knowledge, I could be wrong, I don't know any Yu-Gi-Oh players signed to an esports org. And I think it'd be cool to reach into those spaces because these guys are spending tons of money, doing tons of research and everything. And I think it'd be cool to support that scene as well. So maybe that'd be something cool that ESG can, you know, do to shake up the world of esports.
Yeah, I think that's really good because Hearthstone is really up there in the card games right there, and they have a lot of big tournaments and stuff like that. But for the other ones like you mentioned, I really never seen any.
Same here.
Like that out there, so I mean,
I've seen people with sponsors, and I've seen people who promote certain products, like Konami would send them, you know, packs to open and things like that. But I never seen somebody, you know, pull up to. I could be wrong, like I said. I never seen somebody pull up to an event wearing an esports jersey or they're sponsored by somebody who flew them out. Personally, I never seen that. Like I said, I could be wrong. I could be completely ignorant to what's going on. But if that's a community that I do respect, the people who spend all their time to grind like that, I respect it. If we can help anybody out in that scene, by all means. If not, but we can still sign somebody, then cool, whatever. You know?
Exactly. Sounds really good.
Yeah, so I guess, you know, that could be it there, yo. You got anything else you want to say, dude?
No, I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I can't wait to go ahead and bring you guys some more content, whether it be Smash Bros, whether it be Street Fighter now, Tekken, MMOs. I'm doing everything now, which is going to be really fun. I can't wait. And then you'll see some probably collab videos. Maybe I'll get this guy here to come play some Mario Kart with me one day. Maybe so I can just show him the skills.
I'll play I'll play Mario Kart. I don't know if I can handle the whole stream of it. Especially, like, I'm just not competitive in Mario Kart. I can get down. I can get down to some 150cc, but I don't know about anything else.
I do that stuff. 200cc, 150cc, all that good stuff. Smash Bros, Tekken, whatever we'll get on there, we'll bring some content to you guys. So just get ready for that. It might be a while because, you know, we have to figure out some things and see how I want to do this, but it's definitely going to be coming and it's going to be great. So just stay on the lookout for all that type of stuff.
All right, and yeah, that's pretty much it from us, y'all. Like I said, keep looking out. We may be bringing in some more people. We're gonna be bringing in some future content. We're still working on Phase 2. ManaPotz, I'm gonna fill you in on what Phase 2 is for ESG. There's some behind-the-scenes stuff, but the viewers will find out soon. Other than that, all I gotta say is, ManaPotz, thanks for coming out. It's funny enough, the video just ended that I recorded beforehand. All his links will be down below. And you got any final remarks you want to make?
Get ready to see us blow up. That's all I gotta say.
Yep, and like I said, if we're signing TCG players, just know we're signing anybody for the most part. Like, as long as you're doing something content creating wise, you got a shot. Or as long as you're competitive in some type of game, you got a shot at being on ESG. So check us down below for everything. And I'm about to leave us out with our quote. The scheme is evil, but the win is good. Alright, y'all. Peace.
Take care.